and welcome everyone. Thanks for taking the time to stop by my website. I post all of my research. I'm a researcher, an amateur researcher. I research thoroughly. I research the way a scientist would research when doing his own research. I research the way a student would research when studying for an exam. Since I don't have the credentials and or any papers to be a scientist, does it mean that I'm not able to get footage of space and or be able to comprehend what's going on out there in space without actually being part of a mission or being informed necessarily? Everything's out there. The proof is out there. The structures on the surface of the moon, it would give me absolutely nothing to start yelling and posting videos left and right like crazy. And because you see, I quickly came to understand exactly how the world is going to react, and I saw it. Um, most of you overwhelmed, many of you in disbelief. That's okay. I'm here for that. I'm here to present raw material in a way that looks presentable. And I cut out the shaky parts and I show you a presentable video like I'm doing here of raw material in color, of course, because the moon is so colorful. For those just joining the website, our eyes, the wavelengths, the frequencies, the way our eyes see color through atmospheric disturbance in space is not the same way you're going to see color across the street of your own home. They say we can't see color in space. Well, there's some truth in that, but different wavelengths can be seen. Our eyes depict them as colors. As we see on the surface of the moon, right here, for example, seeing the blue region, we're seeing in the blue region a certain temperature that is different to the other regions, the whiter regions, the gray, light gray regions, and through infrared viewing wavelengths, the spectrum, the electromagnetic spectrum, entirely breaking up the DNA of it all, we can come to see different objects that are on the surface of the moon that our eyes cannot possibly see because it is simply on in a different wavelength. There's nothing more extravagant than that. And I assure you that there are many castle-like towering objects on the surface of the moon that we're not seeing because they are in different wavelengths. It's only a matter of a couple of months, maybe a year, but I'm not going to let it go any longer than that, that I'll be entirely equipped to be able to show all of this and entirely prove it. Right off the bat, I've gotten a structure on the surface of the moon, well, several, but there's one in particular that no one can deny it at all. Not me, not anyone in the world. And it's the one with the flat crater, the city around it, towering objects in the center, um, a literal city. It's in color. I proved it. I've gotten it. And when you think of it, you go, no one in the entire world has ever gotten that particular area. Well, no one's ever shown it publicly, but why wouldn't I? And I'm not showing it thrashing any association, but they don't care about that because I'm too onto it. I'm too onto the point, and I've clarified too much that no matter how polite I remain, no matter how even following the guidelines, standards on every website, well, at one point they're going to thrash me and take me down or shut me up, whether it be by idling my website. As I got to be careful, I'm not going to accuse anyone, but let me tell you something. I'm posting my research for free, and of all the surface of the moon, I've caught UFOs, asteroids, comets whizzing by the sun. Let me tell you, these aren't events that happen every day. I'm very grateful to whomever, whether it be God or an alien that has permitted me to see all these things. I'm just grateful in general. I don't try to see who my God is. I don't try to find out if I have a God. I just try to do good in life. I know for a fact that if there is a God, that's what he'd want me to do. And I don't understand why it has to be so complicated for everyone. Yes, of course, there are many. We know many of us know many good people, but there are not enough good people in this world doing good, you know? And as much as the ones trying to destroy my channel by sending me spam and stuff, well, it changes absolutely nothing that these videos are proof. And I know I've hit a nerve by seeing the reaction of some of the disbelievers, I assume. They have to be disbelievers to be doing that. But I don't understand it. Brainwashed? What is it? How can you not be alarmed? And how can you try to put a channel down that's putting truth out? Well, it only goes to show that I don't believe anyone in their right mind would do that. I believe that it would be government or an association purposely, unpurposely trying to, trying to get me down because it doesn't make any sense. We all want to know truth, right? Everyone in this world wants to know truth. And I have a hard time believing that some people would try to take down someone trying to post truth. The fake news YouTube channel. Brother, I owe you a lot of thanks. And I'm a person that's really grateful and really thankful to the ones that help me. I'm not an idiot either. I know as much as you mentioning me and trying to guide everyone to my channel, it's not going to um, get in your way. It might even help attention. You're a smart guy if you're trying to do the same thing. Whistleblower, whistleblowers in this world, you know, some of the renowned ones, the real ones, they don't get the attention they're supposed to. None of them. Bob Lazar, one in particular that I love, an amazing nuclear physicist, a real whistleblower, worked at S4, back engineered spacecrafts, told the world that he was working there, told the world there were spacecrafts there, told the world there were other beings that came from, I believe, the Zeta Reticuli star system. There's much information about this, and this was on the news. It's not something I'm making up. It's not something that's fictional. Bob Lazar is an amazing man. I've had the wonderful chance, unfortunately, not to talk about space, but to say hello to him. And as he replied to me, I just gave him a thank you and told him thank you for being who he is and what he's done. And he welcomed me. So, hey, this guy told the world what was out there, but this like the world is still asleep and doesn't realize that the possibility of other beings. Instead, we get silly religious people that come here and try to thrash channels and or websites that are trying to show the truth. You know, words are strong. Oh, now he's thrashing religious people. I don't care what you guys think. I'm talking properly and I'm not thrashing religious people and I'm aiming the sources. When I talk about terrorism, I talk about the terrorist, the person. No matter what his religion, that's not important. It's what the person did. The person's soul is what he's doing. There's so much to see down there on the surface of the moon. And I'm going to expose it all. I've shown structures, there are UFOs, they are seen through different wavelengths. Infrared is how NASA and many other space stations are viewing anomalies that are hidden out there in space and they're not telling anyone. So, welcome to BruceSeesAll.com. More to come. These are the website contributors, the generous donors who have donated to the Telescope Fund, which will be up in the description. I'll have a link up for you guys. Thanks everyone for the interest. Um, this website should be interesting a lot more people than it is usually because I found structures on the surface of the moon, and let's dig into this. Just wait till we get the big telescope. It's unimaginable what I'm going to be able to present to the world.